For Flatbush, I step in clean. Tim's on the floor, mean machine. My word got weight, no acting. I move that room with no caption. Block to the bridge, I'm that man. Palm full of plans, I ain't clad. Mine's on mine when I speak up. Cold on the mic, I don't need luck. I seen the rain hit the curb. Still I kept my name in the dirt. Now they lean in when I talk. Like every line got a spark. If I rule the world, you'd hear me first. If I rule the world, I'd make it worth. If I rule the For Flatbush, I step in clean. Tim's on the floor, mean machine. My word got weight, no acting. I move that room with no caption. Block to the bridge, I'm that man. Palm full of plans, I ain't clad. Mine's on mine when I speak up. Cold on the mic, I don't need luck. I seen the rain hit the curb. Still I kept my name in the dirt. Now they lean in when I talk. Like every line got a spark. If I rule the world, you'd hear me first. If I rule the world, I'd make it worth. If I rule the world, hands up high. If I rule the world, we all rise.
Yeah, brownstone nights, my people wait. Cash in the jar, little for grace. Shorty on the stoop with a big dream. Mama may steal out of hard things. I got that calm with the loud stance. Brooklyn walk, don't need a backdrop. Every scar turn into gold. I hold that line, never fall.
Tell me who gon' check this shine. I built this from the red line. Every block know this face. I came up, took my place. If I rule the world, you'd hear me first. If I rule the world, I'd make it worth. If I rule the world, hands up high. If I rule the world, we all rise. For Flatbush, I step in clean. Tim's on the floor, mean machine. My word got weight, no acting. I move that room with no caption. Block to the bridge, I'm that man. Palm full of plans, I ain't clad. Mine's on mine when I speak up. Cold on the mic, I don't need luck. I seen the rain hit the curb. Still I kept my name in the dirt. Now they lean in when I talk. Like every line got a spark. If I rule the world, you'd hear me first. If I rule the world, I'd make it worth. If I rule the world, hands up high. If I rule the world, we all rise.
Yeah, brownstone nights, my people wait. Cash in the jar, little for grace. Shorty on the stoop with a big dream. Mama may steal out of hard things. I got that calm with the loud stance. Brooklyn walk, don't need a backdrop. Every scar turn into gold.
Scott Free is going live. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Every block know this face. I came up, took my
Boom. Hey, people, welcome back. People, welcome back. Shit, it's been days, man. It feel like weeks upon weeks since I've seen the faces and the people and the setup and the studio and everything. I was out of town. I appreciate you guys for showing up today on this Break Tuesday, but it feels like a Monday to me, and I am jet lagged. Excuse me. I just flew in last night, actually. And so I am tired. So, but I said I was going to be back on Tuesday. So here we back here on Tuesday Now, I ain't gonna tell you how long we're gonna be up here today, but we're gonna try to get it done. Every time I travel to, all they regurgitated air on flights, I'm just gonna start wearing masks on my own, just for no reason. Cause right now I can't even talk good for some reason. My voice raspy today, so please forgive me if I seem a little rough around the edges. I'm tired. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But anyway, we're gonna push through. We're gonna power through. People, if you can see the reason why, first things first, if you could see the title on the screen, there is a reason why I had to get up here too. I felt compelled. It's a couple of reasons. The main title up here is these hangings. I got to use my words carefully. I'm online, and you know how that goes. But anyways, let me before I done did y'all disservice. Let me stop speeding through the process and let people come on. And people come in and hit the like button, share the live as you come in the door. I appreciate you. Like I said, if you don't hit the like button now, they won't show it to you ever again. You're gonna probably hit that again and again for me, because I'm gonna say it throughout the show. So again, if you hit the like button on your way in, I appreciate you. It's been a couple of days. I haven't did a show since last, Wednesday? So it's almost been a complete week. So guys, I missed you. I appreciate you for being here. And like I said, today I want to just dive right on into it. But before I do it, again, guys, I appreciate you for coming on in. If you've never been here before, what we generally do here is we take the generalized topics of what goes on in the world today and tie it all into what is happening to Black people on the day-to-day basis. And then also from there, we try to find some solutions in here, hopefully, that we can band together. I want to be part of the solution, not the problem. I don't want to be neutral. I want to be part of the solution. I hope that you want to be part of the solution too, because the world is attacking us at every corner, every turn. You can say it's not happening, but you are just being delusional if you don't. We're going to actually cover probably a few topics today that's going to probably reinforce what I believe to be so. And hopefully together with this, we not scare each other, but we also say, okay, now we have to put some emphasis there, put some energy there. We're going to have to stop that there. That's what I want to get to. But I appreciate everybody for coming on in. I thank you and appreciate you again. I appreciate you. First things first up. I'm going to cover a sports topic, but for the ladies in the house, I promise it's only going to be a quick second. It's not even going to be long. I'm not a huge ESPN watcher of sports news anymore. Again, I always tell people when Kaepernick did his thing, whether I agree or disagree with all the things that he did and said and everything else, that man put his career on the line for Black folks. The least I can do is turn them motherfuckers off. And so I don't really watch like that. I haven't watched a complete game of football or basketball. Basketball, I can say I've watched a complete game. I'm not gonna lie. Football, I haven't watched a complete game in years. Like a whole generation of players have passed since I was an everyday watcher. But I only bring that up to say this. When I was watching ESPN on a regular basis, the only time that they wanted to cover off the field, off the court, off the ice, off the track, whatever the issues with anybody, it's got to be a Nichols. Every time it's a Black person. And every time it has to be somebody where they just throwing that person under the bus. You see this over and over and over again. But I say all that to say this. I wonder today, and you people can tell me I don't know. I wonder today if ESPN has been running story after story after story after story after story, or whether the 49ers, the owner of the 49ers. Mind you, I grew up being a 49er fan. Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, greatest receiver of all time. Bar none. Didn't Randy Moss. Kiss your mama. That's what I believe. This man here is out here getting $2 hoes. He out here on the track getting them really cheap ones. Like he ain't got no money. He got hit up in a trafficking scheme. So now I want to know if ESPN is covering this day in, day out, bulletin, breaking news. I want to know if it's happening. I don't believe it is. And I'm not even a watcher of ESPN. I know it's not happening. But anyway, that's all I want to say about it. That was it. I ain't got nothing for you. Moving on. Let me see. There we go. Keep it.
Switch that shit, Scott.
All right. On the next subject. Next subject is going to be something. All right, I saw this. Look, I totally agree with Papoose. Posted some blow pops. Really, literally, blow pops. If you're on TikTok, you can't see it, so I'm going to have to narrate for you. But if you're on YouTube, you can see it. Lil Boosie is holding some blow pops in his hand. And these motherfuckers, they paid over $1 for these bitches. How did you do that when they were 5 and 10 cents? Everybody remember penny candy. I used to have this store. It was 2 of them when I was growing up. It was 2 right around the corner from each other. You take about 1,000 bajillion pennies in there, and you come away with 8 million bajillion pieces of gum, candy, something sticky, all that. Oh, that was a good old days. God, I'm aging myself. But those were good old days. Now they're $1 something. That is crazy. And that just fits into the story what we're going to probably talk about today, too. Food, air, water, prices. The world's gone mad. I'm going to have to diversify the subject. But this is ridiculous how bad the world is attacking us. But I honestly, when you get to a point where blow pops is $1 and some change, man, what are you going to do at this point? You're done. You're done. We're done as a people. What's next? Anything? What's next?
Switch that shit, Scott.
What's next? Okay, what's next? Okay, this round, bro. Hold on one second.
It's about 10 minutes from the Chicago.
Hold on, let me put it back. Next up, people.
And I can speak to this because I worked at Hillcrest High School, which is about 10 minutes from the Chicago city line.
Okay, this video was up now. This is a young fella, I guess in Chicago, the Chicago area high school, diagnosed with 4th grade prolificacy. Oh, good God, I can't talk. Okay, well, so maybe not. Proficiency. Good Lord, I can't speak. They talk about the level of grade. They can't talk. They can't read past the 4th grade. Is what's happening at the school system, unfortunately. And he's ready to tell you what, but they get a passing grade.
And that entire school tested at a 4th grade level across all the academics. I had a tenured teacher tell me that the entire
proficiency. Good God, I couldn't get it out.
School tested at approximately a 4th grade level. Now get this, the entire school though has an 81% graduation rate. So we're sending these unprepared children into the workforce. We're sending them into trades. We're sending them into.
You know what? He's right. And I saw a video, and we talked about it last week, if you remember, if you were here. It was a lady that was here. She was like teacher of the year or something in her area, but she had basically quit her job because she was like, the school system is failing them, and they're just letting these kids pass through. And I'm again, guys, not only that, and I was just watching a video earlier this morning while I was in the gym. It was talking about how 4,000 teachers in just one area of Houston quit, just jumped out of it. We out of here. And I'm trying to get people to understand, okay, you know, every week we get on, we talk about, you know, we can't sustain them draining the water system. You can't sustain not having any employment. You can't sustain the gas price. You can't sustain this. Well, you can't sustain calling yourself the greatest nation in the world if your people are like functioning illiterates at this point. And it's like, it's okay. It's like, instead of raising the standard back up and going further than where our children were generations before, it's like, okay, let's just keep making the bar lower. Okay, let's just make it the bar a little lower. And it's like, so you want the people to eat trash. You want them to think trash and be like held to no people. Well, okay, no, you don't have to believe LDOT. That's me. I appreciate you for being here today. I appreciate you for showing up. But LDOT said, you ain't got to believe me. What the fuck you believe is coming? If they don't want you to think, they don't want nobody to think about nothing, they don't want nobody to know nothing, they keep dropping grade level. A's, you can get all the way down to a 30. Oh, you still A student. A for trying. I remember years ago, my kids was in elementary school, and they had the awards day. And this was so for 2 things. It was like, this was 1 year, and then the next year, did something else happened. So first year, the awards day happened, and this lady was waiting for her son to get an award, and the little boy didn't get no award. So she disrupted the whole thing. She was like, oh no, he needs an award now. And she was like, no. And they were like, he didn't get it, unfortunately. And it was like this big ruckus. So next year, fast forward next year, I guess they bent to that woman's will because they had the Try Hard Award. And guess what? He was the next year, and guess what he won? I remembered him. He was a little bit taller, but he won the Try Hard Award. Bully that woman at school into getting that little boy an award. Look, you got to get your little boy. What's going on? I appreciate the fan love. I do. I appreciate that. But you're going to have to, you can't be bullying people like that. But it is, people. It's getting out of hand. I say it now. I continue to say this. Look, Oh, matter of fact, I won't even say it. I'll let the young fella say it for me. It's a young fella here. I would like for you people to hear. I think he says it for me. Hold on, let me make sure I don't bypass him. Is it this young fella here? Hold on, let me see. Is it him?
On this week's episode of Things That Never Happened.
Nope, that's not that. That's not it. Hold on. Is it him? No. I got a lot. I've been gone days, people. Y'all gotta remember this. So hold on. What? I wish I could find this dude. Hit it on the head. Hold on, I might have to find this.
In Gary, Indiana, there's about
gotta talk about that
Real quick.
Hold up.
On this.
So now it's Indiana, Georgia.
We gotta talk about that in a minute. Hold on.
This man asked once.
I got super sick.
Hold on.
TikTok just be.
I'm about to read the.
Hold on, y'all.
Kill off the natives to
Everything we.
by the exact delineation.
Thing
Got
is a
to
f- scam. Everything. And it's f- exhausting to have to try to navigate the world and try to avoid being scammed out of money everywhere you go. From f- grocery shopping to healthcare to f- the government to cryptocurrency to the stock market. It doesn't matter. It's all a scam. The stock market is run by 1% of the country who have enough money to manipulate the market to make sure it does what they want it to do so they can make more money. The cryptocurrency is all grocery prices. They're going to start using surveillance pricing on you. Healthcare. You go to the hospital, you get a bill for $20,000. You get home, you ask them for an itemized bill, and all of a sudden your bill goes down by 50%. Why? Because they're scamming you from the first place. Health insurance is
Going on
scam.
fatherhood.
Everything is a
Going on
scam.
Bill
No, you
Wright.
want to escape the scams? You want to just get away from it all? Well, I'll just scroll on social media. That's a scam. They're stealing your data and making money off of you that way. Maybe I'll just watch TV. Well, there's 150 million different streaming services.
Look, he gonna go off and off and off. But basically what he said, I totally agree with. We don't got to a point where it's just like, I tell people all the time, I'm not the person to stop in the store and try to sell something to them, because don't know. Why is it no for everything? My kids said that one time. Why is it no for everything? Because they're just scamming you. Everything's for them, not for us. Everything is to get something away from you. Everything. They have created and fostered a world, but everything is to take it from you. And it's crazy to me that we act like that ain't happening. It's crazy to me that we sit back and know what's happening and we all just collectively take it. I don't even know what else to do with it when you're just like that. What else do you do with that? There's nothing else that you can do. You can't get the masses to do it. Like I saw this video. I was gonna put it in the list, but I didn't even put it in there. But somebody took a video of Usher and Chris Brown. Now, mind you like it, I love it. I hope success for all those brothers. I'm not. This ain't no hate. I'm not saying don't go. What I'm saying is that, but yeah, all them people was out there, and I'm thinking to myself, man, you can't. Just imagine, just each one of them decided to do something collectively with man. Man, I'm gonna tell you what it is that they have taught and trained and just completely obliterated our mindset when it comes to trying to understand or trying to figure this thing out. They have completely just wiped our brains when it comes to it. Or trying to do anything to fix your own life. It's just like, oh, nah, just keep waiting for the same people who doing it to you to want to fix it. And they ain't gonna want to fix it. Like I guess it's like, everybody always talking politics all the time. Matter of fact, this just leads into the main subject. Let's go switch into the same subject.
Switch that shit, Scott.
We're just gonna get into the main subject. Main subject is basically, man, you got all these lynchings, all these hangings. Sorry, going on. I'm gonna try to use my words carefully, but you see the image on screen. You got all these going on in the world. I mean, in the country. Just like, mind you, let me tell you what this. Yeah, let me just play it like this. I'm gonna put it in context for you guys. Just pure context right here. Hold on. This is gonna be pure context. I appreciate the love, guy. Hit the like button. Sorry about that. Let me go back. Hold on. Shoot. Come on, then. All right, give me a second. Come on. Raggedy Mouse. Hold on, people. Yeah. Where he go? Oh, wrong shit. That's what it is. Here you
go. 17 months. There's been 20 since March of last year. 17 months. There's been 24 African Americans as of today. 24 African Americans found hanging from trees across the United States of America. Just this past week alone, there's been at least 2 cases. You understand? And in case after case after case, the local coroners very predictably declared these as suicides without any serious forensic investigation taking place at all. No follow-up. You understand?
Oh, sorry. Now, people, you know like I know. You know.
Since March of last year.
You know like I know. We are the last, very last people who would do anything of that behavior at all. So when you see and hear things like this, you know it's all hockey puck. You know that it's all BS. You know that these people are right here are just basically making it up. Look, you know, I what bothers me the most, I think, in the world is this. I hate that I know that we all know what's happening, but I think we have all collectively, at least. Now, I'm not saying everyone, because I don't speak for everyone, and it don't speak for me. I mean, I ain't speaking for myself. I mean, but it's just we've all came to, it's just, hey, the way life is. And it's, I'm in a space, and I'm getting older, people. Now, I'm getting older, and as I get older, I want things to be peaceful. I am tired of, like the young gentleman I just played said, I am tired of having to fight at every turn. Classic example. I give you an example. Just get to side note. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my person, then we'll get back into the story. So I'm flying home. So I had to go out of town, so I flew one airline, decent airline. I'm not going to tell you the airlines, I won't doubt nobody. But you'll be able to get it. So I flew, and it wasn't that bad, so I ain't going to throw money in the bus. But if it was bad, I'd throw money in the bus. So I flew one airline to the place, crew, nothing issue, cool, boom. Everything went smooth, in terminals, in the gates, everything smooth, no issue, right? On the way back now, get to the airport, on the way back, nothing really had an issue till I got to on the plane. Now, I'm on the plane. Now, I don't want to roll in. I didn't want to take a roller, carry out, right? So I had a big backpack, because I took. So I took this big backpack, but she bitch is big. She's a big dog. So for me, of course, this is gonna make it very uncomfortable because the airline I'm taking back is one of the cheap places, if you know what I'm talking about. So there ain't no leg room. So I put the thing up there, and right above my side, I'm putting it. My side is already filled. Now I'm in like zone 2, so I'm the second people up. So this should not be anything in my space. I'm in seat 5D. Okay, so I'm in row 5. So I should be able to get something right above myself. No, when I get there, I go put my book bag up there. She said, oh no, can we save that space for rolling bags? If we have space to do it. Now, this motherfucker is so big, I have no leg room at all now underneath my seat, at all, none. It's just a little gap of space that they give you for your legs about that, but that's it. And then to know that I'm seeing once we go off into the air, one of these little sassy ones. And I'll tell you the other issue we had in a minute, but hold on. But while we're in the air, the little sassy one opens up. The 2 things in the front, they were closed when I first got it. The first 4 were closed. I said, shit. Then people in the first section, a lot of them were sitting in the first couple of rows. I'm not going to BS. But I was like, shit, they had a lot of luggage. And so they were all closed. Come to find out, these motherfuckers half empty. These raggedy wouldn't let me put up there. So I'm sitting like this. But when I see this, we had like 15 minutes before landed. I'd sit here uncomfortably. 5 minutes. I just put like over 3.5 hours. Oh, I was so fucking pissed. Ooh, this is what I'm trying to say. Look, the world is trash now. The world's trash. The world is. This is nothing to say about it.
17 months. There's been 24 African Americans.
I'm sorry. So, what I'm saying is that, and I'm going to say this another thing before I get back to it. Let me say this too. Have you noticed that everybody's angry? Everywhere you go, everyone is angry. No one completes anything. Whether it's a nail tech for a lady or a tire for a dude. No one completes. A lug nut's loose. If the lady goes, the shimmer that's on the tips fall off after 32 minutes. Then you go to get something to eat. Speak of the devil. Now we got to find out. Hold on. I'm going to come back to the subject, but hold on.
Switch that shit, Scott.
Got to go to it. That situation over here where they don't find a fucking Facebook group with over 400,000 of these people sit back talking about how they do stuff to our food. This is crazy. We got to go through all of this stuff all the time. And people think, no, it's post-racial. No, it's not. It's post-racial. None of this is happening anymore. It's all in you black people's head. Man, get out. I'm so frustrated right now. I'm so frustrated that the whole entire time I was gone, this was a personal trip I was on. I was so gone, I couldn't even enjoy myself. I found myself absorbing everyone's around me negative energy, for one. And then two, everybody doesn't want to do anything. If you order something, they forget something. Dude, classic example. All right, so I'm at this place downtown where I'm at, the city I'm at, right? So I'm at this place, and the place that it is, I had a parking space that as long as it's uncovered, you can park there all day long. But in covered parking, you can't do it. So I had to wait around for 3 hours until a parking space opened up. It was ended up being in the middle of the night. While I'm seeing multiple empty spaces uncovered, this is the middle of the night I'm sitting out here, but you know why I can't do it? Because they charge more for those. And if you park in one of those, they have a tow guy who comes around every 30 minutes checking everybody. This is ridiculous. All over my, it's all everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. So, like I said, so the whole entire time you're out, you have to deal with somebody's issue. Somebody wants to shortchange you. Somebody wants to, dude. I went to the movie, dude at the bar. He can't count. Give him $100 bill. For something that costs $20-something, he can't get a correct change. He's lost completely. I don't know what's going on. What do you mean? I'm short. You short me $10. What? So I had to show it to him, and then his manager had to come and say, yeah, you're right. You're short. This is crazy. What's going on, Vic? Appreciate you for coming on in. I do. Appreciate you. It's just, everywhere that you turn, first and foremost, I keep saying that we've been gaslit everywhere we go. But, that's what I'm going to say before I get out. So that food thing, I meant to say this. I'm sorry for jumping subject, but I want to finish that. I'm sorry. That whole food thing. Eat at home, people. Eat at home. This world, again, they keep telling me, L. You too serious. You be just taking it too far. You believe too much. You think too negative. What the fuck am I just, look, let me say it this way. All weekend, I found myself seeing and feeling the disdain and the mistreatment for black people everywhere you go, whether it's the way they were being treated in the job service where I would see them, it would be in the positions I would see them in, it would be the conditions of the neighborhoods I would pass through. It's just everywhere you go. We always been the ones getting railroaded and told we bad. And it's so hard to watch every day that you have to go do it. And to now know that people taking your food and playing with that too. You can't go to a restaurant, order something, treat somebody like they want to be treated. I honestly, crazy thing about it, I saw this white T guy, hit the like button, share a lot of people, I appreciate you. I saw this white T guy, he said this. In the comment section, I wanted to post something about. He's showing, where he was like, for the love of God, what is wrong? And these white T dudes, what is wrong with you people? Because they're in there, they're all in there championing and giggling and laughing like, what is wrong with you? Because this is a group. They make these posts on purpose and talk about what they do. Texas Roadhouse is one of the main places. They had to come out and make a statement. This is real. Yes, it is. And it's like, it's gotten to a point now where it's like when you're sitting back and you're watching it and people are telling you crazy. And I'm watching, I'm thinking to myself, I can't even trust you to eat my food. But at every turn you tell me, trust me. Trust me with your politics. Trust me with your car payment. You're not, I can't. What did the dude say the last one? We getting hustled at every freaking turn. I am so tired of watching my money leak out my pockets at every turn and every corner. Things that they never charged for before, all of a sudden, not only are they charging more, they got to add new fees. Let me tell you this, people. So I go. Guess where I go to eat? I'm out to eat. I'm at Benihana's. Let me tell you about this And I'm sorry, I have to tell them about this. This raggedy. I just want to cuss. Oh, I want to cuss so bad. So I'm at Benihana, this expensive motherfucker, right? So I'm at this place. They only really have a 5-course and a 6-course meal. If you ever ate at Benihana, this is how it goes. You start with a broth, which is delicious. I'm not gonna lie. Get front, shit was delicious. Start with a broth. The broth fills you up. It's delicious broth. Then they give you a thimble of a salad. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the salad was delicious. It was a delicious salad. I'm not hating it. It was very delicious. But the appetizer came. They only gave you one option. It was shrimp. For some odd reason, about 5 years ago, every time I would eat shrimp, now I get extremely nauseous. Don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're coming out of the Pacific Ocean and they are full of mercury. I don't know if these are fake shrimp. I don't know. But if I eat a shrimp, in which I was a lover of fried shrimp, little baby shrimp didn't matter. Get nauseous as shit. So, hey, excuse me, sir. What's another option I can get since I'm spending an arm and a leg for this meal, for this 5-6-course meal that we rated at? Can I get a substitute for that? Well, let me go back. One lady tells me maybe we could switch it out for another broth or something. And I said, so you telling me something that is supposed to be considered a delicacy on your menu is a whole appetizer? You want to give me a broth in replace of it? You raggedy. What? See, that's what I mean. Am I wrong for getting upset? So I'm upset here. But I'll ask the manager. That's fine. I'll wait for his response. Bitch never came back. I am not lying. She never came back. I called for it twice. She never showed up again. So the dude who showed up that's going to cook the meal, he comes in, hi. Hi. He came in, he's doing a little flippy shit. You know how they do. Excuse me, sir. I see you pulling out this fucking shrimp. Is there a substitute? Did the little lady tell you what the substitute was going to be for me? Because I cannot eat this raggedy piece. No, I said, you know what? I said, you know what? Keep the shrimp. Keep shrimp. This is gonna do. So he said, okay. I said, you raggedy butt. So I'm thinking to myself, when the ticket come around, I'm gonna let them know. I told you I did not want this shrimp. You're going to adjust this bill. Now, I get it. Black people always doing something. Because my ass, you are charging for everything. You're going to get this order right if I'm going to spin an arm and a leg. Kiss my ass. So, when we eat this meal, when he comes back, he still proceeds to put shrimp on my plate regardless. So, that's fine. I went ahead and gave it to the person that was next to me. They can have it. It's fine. Do you know the bill? People never showed up again. We said it 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, 70 minutes. Nope, I would back it up. Let me not disrespect to it. The meal was fine. I liked it. It was pretty decent. I had steak. It was pretty tender, pretty well. Not going to hate on it. It was pretty fine. Not for an arm and fucking leg, but it was fine. Mine is just a service for people. When you go places now, people do not say, excuse me. They do not say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying, when you hold doors open for people, motherfucker, if you gonna walk through like I'm furniture, I'm gonna let the next time let the shit hit you. And I'm not even gonna apologize for it. Because this is ridiculous, the way people are treated. It's ironically bad when you be wishing you had the old racism back of the Americas of like the 90s. Man, can I get some of the old racism back, man, the way it used to be? When black folks liked each other and y'all didn't give us a whole bunch of trash and we could still eat food that didn't make us sick every time we ate it. And we still had places to work. Man could take care of his family. Yeah, it just got so bad. But anyway, so back to the lynching. Hold on, switch back.
Switch that shit, Scott.
Let's come back to it. I appreciate you guys coming in. Shed a lot, people. I appreciate you for coming in. Like I said, hey, if you wasn't here, you could be anywhere in the world, but you came to be here with me. I appreciate you. Anyway, all right, back to the thing. So let's look at this. So we all know this is not real. We all know that black folks do not throw themselves up in no trees at all. So what I'm saying is this. I hope we are understanding at this point now. The reason why I titled it the way I titled this is this. So I went ahead and decided to go on everyone's page. So I went all up and down the NAACP's Instagram. I went up and down their Twitters or X. And I did the same thing for the Black Caucus. I did the same thing for some prominent people who have always sister girling and yo-yo-yoing for us as politicians. I'm watching them all. And none of those organizations posted about anything that's happening in Gary, Indiana, any of this stuff that's going on right here with these lynchings. None of this. They jumped on the Nolan Wells because everybody's on the Nolan Wells. And I want it too, because I got something to play about Carmelo Anthony later. But we'll get there. Anyways, but let me calm down. My thing is this, people. When are we going to realize? When are we going to be all we got? That's what we need to go be at. Are we at we all we got yet? We got people fighting us to get underneath them. Fuck that. When are we going to say we all we got? They throwing us in trees. 24 in a little over a year. That's more than one a month. We are in Jim Crow. What the fuck are they talking about it used to be? Because it's happening simultaneously at the same time we out having dance parties and shit. We got to get right. Man, they shutting everything down and ain't nobody moving. Look, I was out. This is what I do. When I go out, I people watch. I people watch everywhere. I look at who's working. I look at who's doing this. I look at who's policing. I look at the new camera setups. I'm always looking. Why? Because everything is always changing when we're not paying attention. Newsflash, people, we do not live in the same world we used to. Everything watches you. Classic example. I was at I went to go look out some places in the city that I was in. Stop talking out loud. I'm talking crazy. I don't want nobody to know where I'm going. So I'm in this city, and I'm looking at some places, and you know, to get tour some of these places now, they can't just say, here's my ID. You can hold it. If I go upstairs with the lady or the fella and I decide to rob them or whatever, you got my ID. You got that. You remember those days? Yeah. No, not anymore. No, you have to now verify with Clear and then make sure that they verify who. So this, first of all, taking an extra 20 or 30 goddamn minutes. It's hot. And all at the same time, you just want to lock me into your system. It's just crazy to me. We don't live in the same world. These people want it all. I really don't think especially older people, because they don't bypass you now. So I know you ain't paying attention, because most of the time I ain't paying attention no goddamn more. But when I am paying attention to what's going on in the world, I'm telling you, it's like diabolical how bad this one got. So that means it's always been diabolical and it's getting worse. People it's like I can only imagine what the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years is gonna look like. And let me say this to people. Look. If they throwing people up in trees and your politicians ain't out stomping the fucking street, these are people talking about, no, we need to be in all. This is the thing you should be hollering about right now. Why you ain't as loud about this as you was about them districts? Excuse me, with my voice going out. Come on, people, they're throwing out people in trees and they doing it. You can't go by yourself. Sisters, I know you used to walk home. I tell my daughters shit. Don't walk home at night at all. I don't care how short it'll walk. Get an Uber from this side of the street to the other, damn if you got to. And then with him, be ready to mace his ass too. Tase his ass. I don't care. But this shit has gotten crazy. And like I said, I'm not trying to film on because it's not even us. It's them. These people are all on top of us doing some crazy stuff to us all the time. And everything is most of the time, them folks. So 24 means that it's a corrugated hit starting to happen. You want to know? It ain't monkeys. Unless, remember when you watch TV, what do they tell you when it's 24 in that amount of time? What would they call that? A serial something, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it call it that? Because this keeps happening. That means, and it's probably in a specific area of the country. I know it's in the South. I know Mississippi been hit with something. I can't tell you the other places. It's been 24. I didn't even know it was that many. So you're talking about that many, I guarantee you, they don't call it serial, then that means it's copycats. If that's a copycat, means that there's a system at play. People. Look. What are you holding on to at this point? Ask yourself that. That's what I want you to know. I want you to say that to yourself. What am I holding on to? What am I just getting up trying to protect? Because they're taking it. At the way we're going about it, if we don't change the way they're going about it, they just gonna take it. I appreciate the necklace. Fire. I have to place check. Girl, goddamn it. There you go. Yeah, no, I'm playing. I appreciate you. Oh God, my eyes. Sorry about that. But so you said, what do you say about Mississippi? Yes. So it's just. Another one. Here we go again. We're gonna do it every time. All right, stop. Y'all gonna get me sidetracked. You know I can't get sidetracked. But no, serious up, people. Serious up, straight up, dog. What'd you say there? Hold on one second. That's a fact, man. The young generations don't listen. Nah, they don't. And look, BitFit. I said BitFit. BitFrom. I'm gonna just call you Bit. Bit. Look, appreciate it for coming in for one. And then look, I do say the youth don't pay attention. Look, my daughters, look, as intelligent as they are. I have all grown daughters. Let me tell you something, Trip, and I'm gonna tell you something about purpose. I love these little funkins, little heifers to death, right? When you sit there and have conversations with these children, they listen to nothing. You see the way that they view the world, and you say, oh my God, whose house were you raised in? Because I could have sworn I did things on purpose when it came to you. Now, don't get wrong. Like my knee baby, I'll tell you later, for her especially, she's the type that she was the perfect child. She never wanted to mess up. She never did anything wrong. She excelled in school the whole night. She's done all this stuff. When I tell you, I thought I imprinted this girl right here. I jokingly all the time tell her she's gonna infiltrate the government and to do things. I always did the game with her. She ain't infiltrating shit. This young lady, like I say, she doesn't live in the same state with me anymore. She's grown now, and her grown mind don't believe nothing I believe. She don't say we disagree on everything. Everything she sees from is for some act. Look, I'm gonna tell you just like this, man. People, be careful what you ask for when you send your kid to academia. Good God, you got to fight that beast. My daughter has taken that academia life hook, line, and sinker. It is like the hardest hill to climb when it comes to having a conversation. You find yourself frustrated as fuck when you're talking to her about everything, whether it's relationships, money, life, expectations, treatment. It doesn't matter. I disagree. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean you disagree? There's no other way you can see it. Look, I always say this to my kids. Look, I know you want to think it's feminism for one of my daughters. That's my young one. Feminism. Yeah. I know you want to think it's either feminism or is classism, or it's always something other than what the. I'll say, look, I'll look at them like this. I say, look, let's look at the obvious, because in science, well, like one of my daughters, she's a scientist. So I said, let's do this. Let's use this as a scientific experiment. So let's take varieties. So if over here is 20 nickels and nobody else, and everybody else is over here, and we're using this as a variable, and every time we use something that never mixes the two, it's always this one's over here like this, and it don't get nothing, and this one gets a lot. Eventually you're going to come to the fucking conclusion, something's happening on why these people get everything and these don't, and it ain't feminism if all of us the same color. Or something like that. I hope that made fucking sense. I don't know. Bad analogy, but you get the fucking point. So my whole thing is the world is just that they're doing it to our babies on purpose. That's one thing with the kids. So bit, I totally agree with you. But then secondly, like I say, I think why do we don't want to learn nothing no more? Like what? All right, look. I get it. I don't get it. I'm not gonna make excuses. Look, I'm gonna say this. Let me get real with y'all real quick. When I was out this weekend, I was with family. And when I was with family, I found myself, like I said, getting angry at like the way the world works. Now, you try to push it aside, spend time with your people, but when shit is just blatantly obvious and you have to exhibit this, I look at the world like this. Maybe this will make more sense. I view the world like this. Don't ask me. I'm one of those people, if we had an act of war, if I'm in war, they gave me the gun. I'm in full metal jacket. They gave me the gun. I got it. I'm out in war. Copy 1-9er, drop the bomb. All of that jazz they be doing. I cannot be skipping and plan and then say, you know what, I'm just gonna be thinking to myself, wonder what my lady's doing right now. Oh man, I could be laid up Sunday dinner watching football. I can't be thinking of that shit. So like when we be out in the world, I be seeing people like that. I be like, we in an open war zone. And I be seeing people like spending $30,000 on makeup and shit. You be like, what the fuck? And you be like, you don't see the war zone that this is that we want. It's like everywhere I went, it was nothing but, well, we won't know well. Let me just put it like that. We are never anywhere, no matter what city I go to anymore other than Atlanta and Houston. I'm joking, it's not the city. But you gotta go in the South. Like, it used to be you could go anywhere up the East Coast. You can go North Carolina, South Carolina. Well, I'm from North Carolina, Virginia. You hit DC, of course, and DMV, of course. I know they still there, but it's just like, no, nigga, we ain't nowhere right now. We everywhere but nowhere. And then, too, our representation is gone. We ain't got none. Nobody, like, speaks for us and just us. But anyway. But I want to know this, guys. At what point do we just have to say for things like the NAACP, Black Caucus and things, that they can, I know pretty much none of y'all pay attention to them because I don't pay attention to them. They just a named group now. They just come out ladies, oh, this is them old motherfuckers. They be saying shit, but they ain't gonna do nothing. I know that's probably how y'all look at it, because that's how I look at them. I look at them no more than just, oh, they just saying shit. They're gonna jump on whatever white daddy told them is okay for them to talk about, and they're gonna just jump on that, and then they're gonna tell you how much that's important. Like right now, and I totally agree. Don't get me wrong. I am appreciative to anybody who's sending any information or any light energy towards Nolan Wells. That young man, what's happening to him right now, everyone knows he's being railroaded, but again, can I say it this way? Can I say it this way? You know what you're living in right now? You're having people. Brittany, I'm going to read your comment in a second. Hold on a second, mama. Hold on. You're living in this. Hit them with it. Let's see how they respond. If they respond like they should respond, we won't do it no more. But if they take it, and all they do is talk about it, hit them again, and again, and again, and again, and again, until it becomes normal. And we've gotten to that point. Because again, I told you, they got a file that's out there. Even better, I said this today. I was going to do a whole show about it, but I'll say it here now. What's happening right now that's happening in Gary and Anna, was ready to happen in Memphis, was coming to Atlanta. I gotta get the fuck out of here too. What they doing with these cities, it's always gonna be what niggas is at all the time. They're gonna just keep going. And they're gonna keep pushing. And as how we respond is going to dictate what's gonna happen more. And they're gonna keep pushing. And we can't make excuses. And I want to know, if people say they speaking for us, then why the fuck they ain't speaking when it's time to be spoken for? Because this stuff is like danger zone stuff. You talking about, look, my babies, I'm going to say this is one of the hottest fucking cities in the world. Ain't no fucking way in hell that city can go out. No grid can go down. They will not survive. That city will pew, pew. And you talking about people putting in New York Times that this could happen up to an 18-month stint with people. What the fuck you mean 18? No. We've seen hot before. You don't have the system crash like that. And again, ironically, Gary and Anna went down, but it wasn't Martha's Vineyard, was it? Martha's Vineyard wouldn't have took 2 weeks. You can't tell me there's any reason in the world that city took over 2 weeks and people still ain't got their electricity back on. You cannot tell me that, no. And you cannot make me understand. It makes no earthly sense. Did no NAACP, Black Caucus, or anyone else has said anything really about this either. This is an all-out emergency for black people. Somebody, I appreciate Keith Lee. I'm trying to figure out how to send money myself. I appreciate the brother they said came up from Houston that was feeding the people, taking care of the people. Oh God, thank God for people who come and help out. These motherfuckers just run around asking for donations all the time from you, and they turn around and do this to you, and they leave you out to dry, but they be holding these little Mexican. I'm sorry. I love TikTok. I do. I'm tired of them telling me. I'm tired of watching Karen Bass find money because the illegals need it, and no one's going to stop her. I need Jasmine Crockett to put the little babies down that she said needed to be there because their daddy needed to pick the cotton, because who else is going to do it? And not to pick on just them two. It's just everybody is hustling all the time. Everybody's on the whole Yachty and his old lady thing right now. I don't know what happened between them people, and I say this right this and third. I say it all the time. I would never ever try to sell you a dream or sell you something as a one size fit the fuck all. And I would say that for him, that was already where he had lost it for me. That's on my end. I don't know what their domestic thing is like, but I knew something wasn't right there. I'm just saying everybody and their mama always are you tired? I'm tired. I'm literally tired of just sitting back watching people at every turn, every commercial to come on. Look, first of all, you know how they say the algorithm's supposed to send stuff to you? What the look, mine must be know something I don't know. Because my osteoporosis and my Zytocaine and my phenephrine and all the other drugs they try to sell me between every commercial break I see. Because that's all they want to show me is drug commercials and John Ossoff for politics. I'm a politician. That's all they want to show me. So I don't know, either they telling me I got something coming or they got the wrong data on me or something, because something's not right. I'm so tired of seeing drug commercials. Sell me something so I can sink my teeth. Sell me some food or something. I don't know. Where'd you say that at, bro? You say you're fine saving a lot of time to come around. Me too, Brittany. Me too. Look, Brittany. Look, let me tell you, Brittany said that she feels safe around her own folks. Me too. I feel safe around black folks. I'm gonna give you an example. I said this the other day, Brittany. I was on here I was making a description talking about if you saw a little baby 2 years old with a pamper that was hanging low because he had 2 days of piss in it, hanging in the middle of the street 2:00 in the morning, right? If you see that hanging at 2:00 in the morning and you say, which neighborhood do you think, especially if it's a little girl, oh my God, probably it's a little girl. Take a little girl, if she comes out there with a little too long pissy diaper on, 2 years old, standing in the middle of the street. If she in the middle of any random white teen neighborhood or she in the middle of the hood, who gonna scoop up and take in the house fast? And I'm gonna tell you right now, drop that baby in the fucking hood all day. Y'all can say it's a war zone. It is. But that baby gonna have a better shot of being taken care of down there than she is with them other folks. She go with them other folks, oh, honey, we would have her. We could do anything to her. We could make her a slave. We could put her in the basement. It would be amazing. And then go right off to work. Allegedly. I let TikTok shot. But you get what I'm saying. And I know that I'm not the only one to know that stuff happens with this. It's just, to me, and then they try to convince you, look, it's just you. You just making it up. You take it isolated cases. Why these isolated cases happen so much? Why are the 24 people hanging from a tree? Why did 24 people decide to do something totally against our ancestors? Now, are these people non-black Americans? Because if they're black Americans, which I know they are, then you need to explain to me why does 24 people, ironically, all of a sudden, at one time in a 1 year to 2 year span, decided all of a sudden they're going to do something that was totally against their whole ancestry and everything else. That is like taking one of them little hat people and sticking them inside of an oven and saying, let's do something. I just wanted to do this symbolically. Come on now. That would be dumb, don't make no sense, and you know it doesn't. What makes sense is you people, once again, gaslighting us, trying to tell us we don't see what we see. At the same time, using organizations that you've bought and paid for. They tell you in every movie how it works. I pay you to go out there and say and do what I tell you to do. Sorry. I pay you to go out there and do your bid, Mr. Jamal Brown. I'm sorry. I pay you people to keep those niggas neutralized. That's what I pay you for. And you come, these people are talking about the FBA, and I've said to all the Africans, and it's still, they're getting bigger. What are you going to do to stop this? And before you know, he said, oh, if you can't stop it, we're just gonna have to smoke them out. And that's what they're doing. They're literally smoking us out right now. And when I say smoking us out, they're literally just starving us out. At every turn, they're starving us out. If you was, they said, look, let's move everything to online. You got to do everything online. They said, let's starve them out. Let Eldar talk to himself and two of his friends. Let's let him go speak to that. Don't matter what he's saying. Don't matter if it could resonate or not with somebody. Don't matter how many times you share it. Don't matter how many times you like it. They're going to say to him right now, nope, you ain't getting out this box. To the man working on the job, they said, look, you are the woman working on the job. You going to go out here and work every day. They said, look, you go out there, get that education, go out there, get that degree, get all the certification. Boom, you set, bitch. You ready to go make the money. You 4 years later, you working inside of a bank as a teller because that's the best thing you could get. Why are you telling us all this stuff and people invested hundreds of millions of dollars into this school stuff that they did? They all turn around now and you tell them, look, nah, you owe me and I need my money back and I'm sorry this is not working out for you because we got the workforce rigged against you too. What? What do you mean? So you made me pay the same interest, if not less than, if not more than my counterparts. Because more than my counterpart. And then you also gonna tell me you can't do nothing for me on the back end? No, you can't tell me that. And listen, people, I saw this the other day. I don't even know if I have this. Do I have this? I don't know if I do. Let me see this. Hold on a second. I saw something. Blew my mind. I'll tell you about it, but I ain't got sure I'll tell you about it. So blew my mind. Guess what I saw? So this dude decided to do an experiment with his friend. He decides, him and his friend, one was right in the room with him. I think one was, they called on the phone. They had him do it over the phone to see if they got something different. But they both was booked the same. They would go through the whole same process. Just say they were using Expedia. I don't remember what they were using, but just use it as an example. I'm going to show you this is how the shit is going to basically work against you, and it's probably already working against you, and we pay more now. He decided, boom, let's book a trip to Vegas. I'm paraphrasing all the places, but this is the outcome. Let's book a trip to Vegas. Boom, boom, put it in the flight. Boom, put it in the hotel. Boom, put it there, rent a car. Boom, 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 boom. Bam. $585. That's what I gotta pay. Bam. His friend runs it, $899. What the fuck? I did the same thing you did. What do you mean? It's $800-something. Same app, same everything. So wait a minute, something different. Mind, they in the same house, sat next to each other. For some reason it was different. I think one of them did it for the other one because they needed to do it. Then they called somebody else, got them to do it. They shit different too. So literally, they got it now. And then you got this, they got this ID pricing they already starting to implement. I know Walmart is already talking about doing it to where it's going to recognize you when you stand in front of the product. Come on, people. Why is none of these people, why is nobody saying this shit is getting out of hand? How much privacy do you want to take away? Why are you judging people and charging them different prices? Why is every time somebody go into a tree deemed a suicide as soon as it happens? Why is it Nolan Wells situation? It is what it is. Can I say this to people? I was going to say this for a whole nother show, and I guess I could. Let me see. Should I talk about it? I'll hold off on it. I'm going to talk about the Carmelo Anthony thing tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'll hold it for tomorrow because we have to have that discussion as well. But I'm desperately tired at this point. I don't know if you guys are. I am desperately tired. I have no desire anymore to participate in this stuff. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I feel like at times now I am just sit back God, cannot talk today. Passing time away, just waiting for the shit to fall apart at this point for everybody. I'm waiting for the grid to completely crumble and everybody go into the dark, and then they say, we can't do anything to stop it. But all the rich people seem, for some reason, always get fixed. Oh, it never hit them. Or if they are blowing up, if they are pew-pewing in houses or something, the blue houses just ironically just skipped. All of the neighborhoods that are great neighborhoods never get touched. All the people get removed out of their homes, and all of a sudden they stop reporting about it, so you forget the fact that Hawaiians never were allowed back into their homes. You don't have a deed for it, so you can't get moved back. Sorry, we need to see the paperwork before we can let you back. Sorry, it's ours now. They robbed the peoples of their lands again. They just do things like this. We hear about it. We read about it. We see it. We get angry. If you're like me, you get angry, and then you can't do nothing because there's not a collective fist. Because you know what? The BET Awards just came on. It's time to get Cardi B her love. You know to show you. Get the fuck. Like I think outside of open, like somebody marching in the streets of America, with the shoe, with the gun in their hand, with the telling you we're here to occupy you guys. I think barring that, we are just gonna literally sit back and say, okay, well, do what you need, do what you feel. Whatever you choose to do, I'll let it happen. That's what it feels like at this point. Cause I'm at this point, I'm like this. I'm just sitting back watching my house number for the value of my home just depreciate every day because they doing some crazy shit every day. So every day I have to watch that. That depreciates. Up, that goes down. That depreciates. That depreciates. Up, that goes down. So over and over again, we got to go through this. Go to the grocery store making life decisions. I'm reading every fucking thing. And then also knowing I'm reading something from known liars, trying to figure out if this is even real, what I'm reading. Y'all know that you do realize the back of the packages that we read nutritional facts, a lot of times this ain't even real. What they saying. Like the lady just found maggots in some seasoning. Come on now. What are we doing here? What's happening here? People, we need help at this point, or we gotta help ourselves at this point. Like I said, I'm the first one to tell you I'm all down for fun, but we got people hanging from trees. People, we got to tell the people, watch yourself out and buy them dog spots. Look, something that shit happened in my hometown where I'm from. I had a person from my hometown, same thing happened to them. Somebody threw them up in the tree in a part of town I know about. Ain't nothing down there, and that's a great place just to do it by you. Because mind you can do that in your bedroom. You can do that in your backyard. You don't have to go in the middle of the woods and middle down there where nobody goes down to. No, you don't do that. That's a spot that somebody locally knew about and took them down there. And everybody's going to conspire to make sure it get covered up. You know what that means by them basically deeming that a self-inflicted wound. We'll use that as a term. Basically now, whoever did that, I never has the answer for it. Remember every day. Case closed. We did it. We did it. That's what you're going to get. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, come on, man, what are we going to... I don't want to lose no more people. I'm tired of losing to Nolan Wells. I'm tired of losing the Carmelo Anthony's to prison. I'm tired of all of us just making excuses for him. I appreciate the gifts too, guys. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you naturally. Who else gave me a gift? Zeta, I appreciate you. I do. Who gave me something? I can't see everybody. Queenly, I appreciate Fatherhood. I appreciate Miss Wright. I appreciate you. My peoples, I appreciate y'all, man. I do. If I miss anybody, I promise you, I appreciate you. All right, like when I was gone, like I said, I was gone for a few days. I was gone, I missed what, like 3-4 episodes, something like that. When I was out, all I kept thinking about is that, why does this world feel different every time I leave? Like for me, I go where I need to go and get my business done and get back home now. Because it's so much money being spent every time you leave the house. Leisure shit is like, no, we got to find some new ways to do this shit. Right? So, being that I had to fly across country, somehow doing things and, you know, I'm with people the whole nine. And it gets, people are mean, angry, they selfish. And like I said, all this stuff, and it's like, it's only going to get worse because there is no incentive to be decent people anymore. They are incentivizing people who are cutting corners. Did you read do I have this? Do I have this with the lady where they were talking about them H-1B1 visas and then people coming over from China? I mean, from East India. Do I got that? Is this it? Hold on.
Program. One former official tells Newsweek that up to 90% of applications, 90%, from India contain fraudulent documents or involve unqualified applicants.
90. So when you see Pravesh in the hospital, hello, even though shout out to I don't forgot that lady's name, but I had a doctor. This was many years ago. Doctor told me, she said, you need the I'm sorry. She's like, you need to take this aspirin and go to the hospital. I think you had a heart attack. I said, oh shit, bitch, are you serious? Let me get out of here. So, but now after 90%, and this is what I keep telling black folks, black people, you do not need to feel inadequate. People are coming to this nation. There's two things that happened at one time. People are coming to the nation who don't know half of what you know. And then the other thing that's happening simultaneously at the same time is your country is basically telling you all the years they've been putting strict rules on us for everything, they were overly doing it because they didn't care, because they letting people coming in real smooth without even vetting the shit out of them, and then letting them come in on top of you and they don't think nothing else about it. You see how messed up that is? You see how they, mind you, today, everybody named mama that's black is surveilled in this nation. People are coming across borders and this, that, and the third and being told, leave them alone. Let them come in. We don't know shit about them, but they know everything about me. You do know people are leaving their nation to become a brand new people again. Oh, I want to be named John Smith. No. John Smith it is. And I would like it credit score of 8,000. It doesn't go that high, sir. Whatever the highest. That's how they want to do it. And see, my thing is, it's like, why would you do that over the people who built the nation if you ain't doing it just to be on purpose to us? Again, take it. I get it. They like to take trans people and put them trans people. They like to take women and put the black women over here. They like to take the black men and put them over here. They still putting your ass somewhere that shouldn't be put somewhere. And they all doing it collectively because of your skin tone. Skin tone. Can you get that together? That's the one variable that always comes into play. So I'm watching you telling me these unqualified people here. Then you telling me people from Asia are giving us products that are laced with cancerous material. Allegedly. Oh God, I can't say that. So allegedly they doing that. So you got this going on. And then you got all of this stuff. But at one point, American people were producing the highest quality of stuff. I appreciate it, Natural. I love TikTok Shop. We love TikTok Shop. Oh, we love it to death. I love me some TikTok Shop. But point is, it truly is unfortunate that at this point, I can no longer believe him. Like, I'll give you an example. I have a conversation with my daughters now. I think that they don't believe it's going to be as bad or it can get as bad as I think it's going to get. And I'm trying to tell people it can get bad. It's going to get bad. It's going to get very bad very fast. It's already turning that way. Ask yourself this question. If you're struggling week to week now and just say your job is the only thing holding you up at the moment, but then that bitch is like rickety right now. I know I said rickety, right? So you're on a rickety job and you barely hold on. What happens when the rickety job? Because I know what it's like. I know what it's like when you one car part breaking on the car away from poverty. I know what it's like. So what I want to say is that if you're there, so like, how you gonna keep sustaining this when it falls apart? Because there ain't a lot of places to go. You talk about, they're telling me applicants are 80, 90 people, or 8,000, 9,000 people applying for one position. And then you got these employers out here lying, putting out ghost jobs that they're not really doing. So you're taking the time, effort, and energy to fill out something that doesn't even exist. These raggedy pieces of, ooh.
The fuck?
You know what I'm saying? And I look at it to the point now, which is like, it's like, I agree with people. People are like, what are we doing out here? How are we gonna survive it? And then at the same time, remember, they're taking away your option to even do anything outside the system. Classic, how many cities are now banning sleeping in your car? What the fuck do you mean you gonna ban sleeping in the car? You got other cities. Have you heard about this? Where was this at? I think it was in Florida. Homeless people. I forgot exactly how it goes, but it's something to the effect of this. Homeless people, and I may not have the exact story right, but this is damn near they turn you into this vagrancy laws, baby. Convict leasing, bitch. You gonna get up and work? You gonna be homeless? They said something like they gonna pick you up and you'll say, look, you either go to rehab, what you gotta pay for, what you ain't got no money, You just go to rehab. If you don't go to rehab, they got to put you in jail or something like that. Or if they send you to rehab, you got to pay for it by working for them. And you got to work involuntarily until it's paid. Some shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You made me homeless because you took all industries away. And then when I tried to produce for myself, you made it illegal to catch rainwater. You made it illegal to grow food on my property. You made it illegal to do anything, to have my own seeds and produce my own stuff over and over and over again. You made every process for me to be able to take care of myself in this amazing nation. You took it away from me and then told me I'm going to have to put you in jail to take care of yourself because you can't do it. Well, but at the same time, I love you. And I only want the best for you. 4 more years. I will not tell a lie about innocence. Shut the fuck up. Just all of you. Obama, you know the Obama line. He did too much of that. The people. When a motherfucker be studying like that, they be like, shit, let me think on the fly. The people. Decided I am full of shit. Michelle would Trump come in. Trump uses the excuse me. I'm sorry, Nat. You said don't say his name. The orange guy. Sorry. I love TikTok shop. You know the guy that's in there now. He troll when he can't answer something. That's his defense mechanism. He's like Charleston White. So you get to him, he'd be like, you're so stupid, you're dumb, you're just an idiot, you're just not bright. That's when I don't know how to answer that question, so I'm just gonna insult you and move on, and then everyone's gonna talk about how insulting I was. Yeah, because I don't have anything to say there. That's all they do. Look, everybody has their thing. But at the end of the day, we always seem to be down here at the bottom. Why? You wanna know why? It's because that's where they want us to be at. Can we not see it at this point? Do you not feel it at this point? I feel it. Hit the like button, people. Share the live. I appreciate you. I do. I'm L-Dot if you're new here. Follow the live if you have never followed. I ain't gonna show it to you again. I mean, just so much going on. People, let me, like, I'm not pivoting. I'm just gonna pile on top. Let me go up here because I had others. There's just so much going on in the world. Hold on. Let me see. What is this right here? Then you got people trying to still tell you who the fuck he is over and over and over again. I'm so sick and tired of this. Then I heard, press me off. Listen to this. Now, look, when I was a young fella, like I'll tell you a little bit about my life. I moved out on my own, got my very first apartment. I was 18 years old by myself. Big boy, outgrown. Broken a bitch, right? Won't make no money. I lived at 18 off Tortino's Pizzas. Listen to this. Broke my heart. I'm probably ready to go away from here in 3 days. Listen.
It is now confirmed. The cheese on American pizza is no longer cheese. Totino's, who sell nearly 1 million a day, stuff imitation mozzarella into every box. A fake cheese made without a drop of milk fat.
Totino's is melting slaughterhouse scraps and calling it mozzarella. That cheese isn't food. It's liquefied animal bone and skin, whipped into vegetable oil, then painted white with titanium dioxide, a paint pigment linked to
Allegedly. Oh, allegedly. Listen, people. When I tell you that broke my young 20-year-old self's heart, I lived off these some bitches for about 2 weeks at a time. And you go to the store and buy them out, give me all of them. They were like 89 cents. Give me all of them. And I lived off of them things right there. To know that they killing me like that. And again, people, not to be playing with it, but be honest, people. You do know they don't love you, right? Love don't feel like this. Love don't allow a company to basically be telling you out loud with their full chest, hey, yeah, we give you fake cheese, fake bread, putting shoestring juice and shit in it. Yeah, for you. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, none of your ice cream is real ice cream. It's some frozen shit with some oil that we put down in there together you eat, and we just make it look pretty. Keep it frozen, because you don't want to see what it look like when it ain't. Yeah, McDonald's. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Let me tell y'all the truth. I meant to tell y'all this part of the story from this weekend and forgot about it. So this part of the weekend, look, when I was riding around trying to find that parking space for hours, so I got hungry. Fuck it. So I'm gonna go by McDonald's. I said, I only open McDonald's. I have not ate McDonald's in 50, 16 years. Right? It's been years. I will not eat this shit. I was so hungry. So with emotion, I literally my eyes teared up. My eyes done teared up. I'm not bullshitting. I've teared up. I'm like, why the fuck are you in this line? And I'm in the line. I don't order this shit. Eyes tearing up. I'm like, I don't need to eat this shit. And then in my mind, I saw this old guy. He had held this one since like the 90s. He had this same little cheeseburger from the 90s from McDonald's. And this shit hadn't decayed at all. And I was like, oh, I'm ready to eat this shit. No, I can't do it. And I'm in the line. I'm getting emotional. The whole line. I get it. And then I'm over here. I go back to the place where I'm staying, and I park in the corner just waiting for somebody to come out, and I'm just going to take a park space. I park. I grabbed a little sandwich. I did it. People, I swear on your everything, man. Couldn't do it. Piled it back up in the bag, threw that shit in the trash. I said, nope, can't do it. Not going to be able to do it. I can't. Because I'm sorry. I know it is just one time, and you can work it off. No. I love myself. I don't want that to be. And these people, I can't, and I know it's in other stuff. I know it's in other restaurants. I know it's in other places. But I can't knowingly know it's there with them and feel good about actually consuming it. I can't get that concept down with my children either. But look, if you know the shit's fucked up, why would you consume it? You're impulsive ass. Anyways, I digress. That's my personal life. But no, I don't get it. I don't get a place to tell you they love you and then feel the need to do all of this to you at the same time. I don't know why you would want to do this to your people and then still try to make them claim that they're the greatest of all time. We can't be great if we getting whooped upon like this in every way. And that's ain't the only thing. What else I got in my list? Hold on. What else I got up here? What else? Hold on. What's this right here?
Why would you kill off the natives to bring slaves from across an ocean when you could have turned the natives into slaves? Especially when most slaves...
You know, we'll deal with that another day. That's totally off. I don't want to kill the vibe.
I'm about to read the Meta's privacy policy.
Look,
This is my face.
I'm not going to let this woman go because this went on for a long time, but this is a white tea woman that's on the screen. So this woman decided to read Meta's privacy policy. You want to see somebody who ended up being terrified? She dissected it, broke it down, went line by line. She broke down. She didn't get through the whole thing. She said, I'm terrified. She said the amount of data and the amount of things that they have and the amount of things that they are collecting, the amount of things that they're doing. It's things she was like, I hope that they're doing it with good intentions. It'll be great. If they are not doing good intention, we are in trouble. Now, let me ask you, black man, black woman, if you had to put your money on one or the other, which one do you fucking think is happening with these people? Oh my God, people. Like I say, you in it and ain't nothing you gonna do to get out of it. You say what now? Oh yeah, I can believe it. Look, I believe it. Because if it ain't food, people, I can't eat. I couldn't do it. I couldn't eat the McDonald's. But I only want to bring her up to say this, people. Why? So we always do this. Man, they collecting all these data, they can sell stuff. Yes, they are. But what else? What else are they doing? What else are they using and choosing to do with their money? They're doing something with all this data. Why do they want to take pictures of you? I saw this one lady had her iPhone. Her iPhone, the iPhone itself is taking pictures of her just like this over and over and over again all day long. Just over and over again. Taking pictures all day long. If she covers the camera, it's trying to do it in a pause. She removes and go back taking pictures of it again. So it's like, I think it's trying to get her every facial movement down, everything. Are they going to clone us? Are we cloned? Are they going to do something different? It's just all this stuff that's starting to happen now in the world. And I'm going to say this, and I say this all the time. Being that these known liars are lying about everything all the time, and then that this veil has came off. Let me say this to my flat earthers. Let me say this to my ancient world people, to my Tartarians and all those people. Let me say this. Let's take you down another fucking rabbit hole that's probably going to hit next. Are we clones? Are they clones? Are they going to be cloning next? What is up? Something's going on. What rabbit hole are we going to go down next? Because what's happening is we don't know what is anything anymore. None of this makes any sense. Are we from somewhere else? Is there other people from other places? What stories have we been told that are real and which ones are fake? Everything is just a lie. Again, the very people who are telling you that 24 black folks jumped up into a tree and decided it's it, this is over for me. I want to do it this way symbolically, I guess. It's the same people turn around and say, trust me, take that shot in your arm. Trust me. Trust me. This is your history. This is my history. Trust me. How do you know? My ancestors wrote about yours. Your ancestors wrote about my ancestors. And you tell me in your story that your ancestors treated my ancestors worse than you treat me now, and you treat me horrible. But you want me to believe your ancestors too? No! No, my people! Come on, man. Look, we are in an awakening. Come to El Dot. Come to me. Seriously, people, we are in an awakening. Be an awakening. Do your thing. Understand it right now. Figure it out. Look at it just like that. We are in an awakening. Something is off. Something is different. Something needs to change. I don't know what it is, but this world that we thought we lived in is not the world we was in. The books of when you are religious, I'm not going to go and touch it. My religious people, at this point, stop it. It is almost like a psychosis at this point because you have to say this to yourself. All the stuff that's in there, get it, got it, whole thing. You are taking the words of people who came before you, your people who told you it's true, got it from the people who got it from the people, got it from the people, and they've been going down the line. But all I know is these people that touch that book every year, take things out, add things in, remove things, reword, change the meaning. How am I supposed to use this as my blueprint? I need something concrete. Not something that changes every 2 weeks. Why does every person that is involved in that business, that is preaching to you, always seem like to be something different? Classic, side note. Let me ask y'all a question. Since my people there, Natural, Miss Wright, one of y'all here, Big, what up, man? One of y'all. Somebody answer this question for me. Can somebody spell the way they think Joel Osteen's name look? Don't Google it. Just spell it. Just put it in the chat. How you look at Joel Osteen? I just want you to see. Somebody put it in there for me. Don't nobody Google it. Promise you, don't Google it. Put it in the box, please and thank you. Please don't cheat. And then we'll move on from it. So, okay. All right. So y'all see that. I remember it with an L. See, everybody sees, I remember one of the old things. I remember he had an L in his name. See, maybe we from different timelines. And see, this is what's wigging me out. Because people remember things different than I remember it. I remember this man being like that. Now it's spelled the way y'all say it's spelled. Shit's wigging me. So it's just, to me, I'm telling people, the whole Chick-fil-A, classic example. I know people who used to work there. They say the same thing I'm saying. There wasn't okay when I worked there. Yo, pimpin', I promise you I'm with you. There was no okay when I worked there. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, something's not right. Are we going to bed because of the chemtrails? Are we all getting amnesia? Something's not right. I don't feel like, come on, look, I said this one day, and it's totally off the topic, but it's on topic. I said one day, you remember when we would watch a television show in the early 90s and you had to watch it on rerun that one time in the summer they play it, and you may get to see it again later, 2 or 3 years down the road. If it goes into syndication, then you'll start seeing it all the time. Remember, you could recite the thing word for word. Or even better, remember today you can remember the movie that you saw in the 90s that you maybe saw once or twice, but you can remember everything from the film. You remember what the movie was about. You remember who was in the movie. You remember the concept of the movie. You remember even scenes in the movie. And then now you go fast forward to today, 2026. You watch the movie in 2024. You can't remember if you saw the movie. You think you did see the movie. If you did see the movie, you remember half of the characters. I remember him, but I don't remember what he was about. This is me all the fucking time, and I watch things all the time, and I can remember things from back then like it's crystal clear. Quiz me on the 90s. I can tell you years songs came out. I can tell you years movies came out. I can do all of that. I can tell you when things, who said what, how, when, and where. But now I can't remember shit. How do my short-term memory get that fucked? And I know I'm not the only one. Credit flows $1. And I'm just saying, people, I'm just got to a point now, man. as I just sit back and I'm just thinking about what's happening, and I'm thinking about where the world is going. And then I think they, like right now, they keep telling you with the whole, it's either Iran or us. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this is not love. You cannot tell look, people, who is addressing anything that's happening to us. Everything is about Iran. Everything is about someone else. Everything is about immigration. Everything is about this. Who is worrying about the people who have been holding this shit together? Nobody worries about us. Right now, they are removing every aspect of black society, replacing you with new people, telling you it's an immigrant nation. When? Got black folks out here fighting for their identity. You people trying to steal it. Nobody wants to argue with anybody black about who's indigenous to this fucking soil in real time. You know, I haven't seen that debate. People debate everything online. Where's the people who tell you black folks ain't doing? Where's the debate? Why the debate ain't been set up? Because all you're going to do in the debate, and you're going to lose the argument, is if you have to rely solely on two aspects. People who are known liars, information, and DNA, which is the most flawed, most game-running system in the world, you gonna lose an argument. And that's why nobody has that debate. But I want to say this. Let's go deeper. Fuck them people. Let's stop that. All the people want to tell you who you is. Forget them. We're moving on. Let's go back to the bigger problem. The bigger problem is this. Who is holding your stuff? Who got your stuff? Who is telling you you don't exist? Who every turn you pop up, you don't see black folks no more? You know who it is. You see how we pull the money from them Asians? Pull it from these white people too. Go without. We don't need it no more. I done cut back on my spending so much. I too was an Amazon head. But when COVID messed me up, I became an Amazon head. Oh shit, order it. Oh shit, I need to get in by the morning. It should be about 4. Order it. That's what I did. I've cut it all out. I don't need none of this shit because this shit's ready to come crashing down. All this is coming crashing down. None of this shit's gonna matter. I'm downsizing like a bitch because I see the writings on the wall. It was it was a whole video about bunkers. Somebody was talking about the bunkers. Hold on, is that it? No, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on one second. Do I got this thing about the bunkers? I don't know, but can't find this shit. Hold on. But listen, anyway, side note, listen to this lady. I love taking that shot.
Kids are required to be in school by law, so they should not have to pay for school lunches and other hot takes nobody asked for. For-profit prisons shouldn't exist. For-profit colleges shouldn't exist. Healthcare is a right and should not be for profit. You should not have to choose between an Uber and an ambulance. If a medication is required to keep someone alive, it should be free. Student loans shouldn't have interest. If you're stupid enough to lend 18-year-olds hundreds of thousands of dollars, that's your own problem.
Is she not telling the truth? Is she not telling the fucking truth? Is this woman not sitting back and just saying this whole goddamn thing don't make no sense at all? When I sit back and think about how everything works in this world and how everything is functioning, how everything is getting done, none of this shit makes any sense whatsoever. You sit back and think about things all day long. You say, why do they do that? Because I used to say this as a kid. I used to say this all the time. First time I got a speeding ticket, I thought to the cop. I said, bitch, why y'all cars go past? Why if I can't go no faster than 70 anywhere in this funky state? Why my car can go faster than 70? You got a thing called a governor that you put on buses to make sure they don't go but so fast. Why you don't put them on cars? Why? Because you want to sell me a ticket. How dare you, raggedy pieces? Come on, man. That's not love. We have been in this abusive relationship with these people for so long. And when I mean so long, not just me and you. Naturally, not me and you. Not Ms. Right. None of us. Not just us. Our parents. Our parents. Brittany, same thing. But our parents. All of them, same thing. It's our parents. Those people. All of them been dealing with these people so long, we don't forget what humanity freaking looks like. Is what I'm saying. You don't realize, like, let her keep going. All this stuff doesn't supposed to cost it, and they can't convince you why it has to cost. It used to didn't have to cost.
But again, that goes back to colleges should not be for profit.
Why is the institution that's supposed to be leading the next innovation of the world for profit?
Teachers should not be buying classroom supplies with their own salaries.
No, they should never have to buy them. And I remember in school thinking to myself, but first of all, I ain't know why the motherfuckers y'all wanted so much, but I get it. I get it. All right, I'm not trying to tell you. Look, I'd rather you be overly critical than don't do shit with my babies. That's what I want. But no, teachers should not have to be doing that. School systems, you can't say at every term, we're not going to feed into the next. You know, like I know this. Look, if you're going to have a garden, right? If you're feeding yourself off your garden, you're going to have to grow food, store food for the winter when you can't grow to get you prepared and over to the next season where you can grow more food and keep it going. You know why you do that? That's how you sustain society. Or you sustain yourself. Water. Well, if you got to get water, if you go get it, you fetch your water, you get your water, you sterilize your water, you put your water here, you drink it. You do those things over and over again. Why? Because you can make sure you have it. You do that. The world right now keeps telling us, don't worry about it. Spend that shit, and don't worry about getting it. No, this is not sustainable. And they're going to use the excuse, we couldn't sustain it anymore. We just couldn't sustain it anymore and it all crashed. They're crashing it on purpose. Look, you cannot tell you, me, or anyone else, you can't grow your own food. You can't catch your own water. You have to have our grid in your house. You have to spend these bills. You have to have taxes on your land. Why are you charging me something forever? Newsflash, none of us own any property. Unless you don't figure out what like them white people be doing. You know they got these backdoor ways of putting intimate domain, and they got something that says if you use grandfather clauses of the clause of the clause, if you use section 19 to 49, then you can get around it, and then you can be sovereign and own the land. You can be some shit like that. It always is that. But everyone else, you don't own anything. Hold on a second. You don't own nothing. I don't own nothing. My silly self went out and got a freaking townhouse, and now I don't even own the land. I own wood and brick and cement. And if I don't pay this high-ass property tax, they own that shit too. If you own land in the middle of nowhere, you should not be paying a property tax if ain't nobody out there with you. If you out there on your own land that you pay for yourself, you are a private fucking citizen. Why does a health inspector or a building inspector gotta come inspect your house? It's for your own good. No, bitch, it's for your good. It ain't for me. People have been building their own homes since the beginning of time. You implement this shit later on and then tell me it's for my own good, and then all of a sudden it affects me negatively. And it never affects me positively. It just costs me. This shit has been happening for us for so long, we think it has to happen. They create new ways to leak money from you. The reason why now you spend for things you used to, because they hadn't created the idea yet. As soon as the idea pop up, oh, it's a need, has to happen, gotta do it, gotta have it from now. Classic example. When they take physical money away, because they are gonna take physical money away, because it's coming. When they take physical money away and you're gonna say, man, but I like physical money, they say, it's unfortunate we can't sustain that anymore. Due to the raw materials, we just can't sustain that anymore. We can't do that anymore, even though we've been doing this for a time. But all of a sudden now we can't do it. Same way, the power grid all of a sudden now can't sustain heat no goddamn more when it used to could do it. Now we can't sustain nothing. People gotta be out. You can sustain it. Then the young man who says, well, we don't need the grid. We can show, I'm ready to show you on Tuesday, the little white T do. On Tuesday, I'm ready to show you how to have your own free energy and going to show you how to build it step by step. And we're going to have the guy, whoop, he suddenly passes away. People, you know what you live in. I know, I'm saying some shit that's scary as fuck. I get it. You don't want to look at it in the eye. Oh, God, that means we have to face it. That means we got to do something about it now. Yes, what are we going to do? Anybody ready? If you are ready, we should go ahead and join the app when it's finished with the Scott Free Morning Show is going to be housed on. I'm going to tell you guys all the news. It's going to be very, very soon. It's going to be a place you're going to get all the lives. It's going to be so much on there. I can't wait for the display for you guys. I worked on it all week too. So just stay tuned. I'll tell you more about it soon. But until then, hit the follow button so I'll be able to alert you when the time comes. But no, people, I'm serious. I'm nervous for us at this point, and I guess it's starting to affect me on how my day-to-day is functioning. My relationships with people, I'm realizing I'm worried for everyone all the time. Like, last example, I ended up seeing a brother out at the gas station, and of course I always get cash, I get money, and I gave him money, and you know, just to see him, he wasn't playing. He was broken down, and I don't like to see us like that. I don't. And you can see when it's, you know how you see some of them, you just see the alcohol in their eye. Oh shit, I'm just trying to get this next alcohol. I'm just trying to get to that bottle. I know that one. And then I know the one who has the shame about him. The one who's done ran out of options and that's why he there. Or she's ran out of options and that's why she there. Those ones, man, shit, I don't damn near went to my house with a couple of different people over the time I ran into, because it's hard out here, man. And you know what? Let me be serious. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out of here. I am struggling watching my own people struggle. I'm struggling because everybody's looking for hope. Everybody's looking for something to hold on to, and it feels like everybody that. Then you got some people out here just taking advantage of that. That people who need a little bit of hope. Oh, I'm gonna figure out a way to milk them too, and then you got. That's happening. Then you got other people who are just sent here to cause disruption because it helps the other side just by misdirecting your energy. And I'm so worried. I'm so stressful. I'm stressful for all of us because as much as we are coming together under like the FBA banner, I guess we are, like I said, if people are coming underneath it versus the people who are not. But just to see people, the solidarity is great. To see my man down in Houston come up, because I said it to myself, I said this weekend, if it's still popping, I said by tomorrow, then I'm going to start getting ready to go up myself and do something. I don't want to talk about it. I want to be about it my damn self. I heard Memphis may be running into the same issue soon. I figure like if we go out to these cities, then if I run into my city, they'll come help us. We have to do this now. Fuck the people who want to stand in front of us and tell us to come follow me and do this. No. We just now, man. When you see it, you gotta want to say it. I know, like, class example. If you were living somewhere in North Carolina, you ain't never left the state, really. You maybe went to South Carolina to go to Myrtle Beach or something, but that's about it. I know you ain't used to jumping out and going different places. But right now is the time to where I'm telling you, if something is happening to us as a community, I gotta be ready to load up. You gotta be ready to load up. You got to be saving your money just in case some shit like this happens so you can help people. And I'm telling you, let me say this first and foremost. People don't realize too, I'd rather give than to receive. And I know that sounds like BS, but it's not. I truly mean that. Because like to see that I can help someone else man, come on, man. We got to be willing to mount up and get ready to roll. Like, I remember when Ferguson happened, and I watched people go from all over. We got to be ready to roll. And they can't always be over somebody's slang. Right now, these people ready to do things to us, man. We got to do some things now, man. We got to be ready to go ready to ride. I'm just telling you, because nobody's going to do it. And I promise you, they're going to sell you how they're going to help. Whatever help these people bring is not going to be good for us. They find everything that happens to our community as a new way to monopolize off of us. It's always, I've heard people say that before about them. They'll say that. Hey, anything that happens to them that's unexpected, let's figure out a way to try to monetize it or monopolize it against them. And that's unfortunate that we have to have that existence with these people. And it's unfortunate that you and I are not going to get out of this existence without having to live that. I know we're not. I'm aware of that. But I think Tupac said it best. So hopefully we can be the spark to get this shit rolling, at least. For entertainment purposes only. You're right. I'm so sorry, Natural. You're right. Oh my God. Entertainment purposes only. You are so right. I'm so sorry. I don't know, man. I'm very, very worried for what's coming. I'm very, very worried for what's happening. And I'm very, very worried because I know that my little voice ain't no voice. And I know a lot of people out here are talking for us and they are always picking and choosing. I feel every time something happens to us, I feel it. Every time. And you want to be able to help in every way. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And I'm just so tired of watching people try to, like I'm gonna tell you something. Let me play this for you. This right here broke my heart because I heard that African brother say the quiet part out loud. Let me show you this. Let me show y'all this real quick. Quiet part out loud. Let me find this. What he says. Hold on. Right here.
Delineation of Black Americans threatens our status as non-FBAs because of the things that, you know, Black Americans has fought for. So the moment you delineate, the moment it makes us feel a little bit, you know, like we don't have that foundational group that we can like tether to, you know, try to get further in life. We're trying to align ourselves with white supremacy and, you know, to be able to get ahead. And we need you guys to do that. And if you delineate, then we lose that. Imagine if, you know, you were applying for a job and it said FBA Black and then African as one of the things you can select. We wouldn't want that. We would want it to continuously say Black because.
That's correct. Did you hear that? See? So, and I said this before. I'm Negro Nostradamus, and I said it before. I just saw this over the weekend, but I think I said a couple of weeks ago. I said that too. I said, I get it now. They always like to say, I heard one brother say, FBA is fear of being African. No, you fear it without us that you have to be one by yourself. Black Americans, you tie yourself to it because it gives you something. It separates you from the rest of the people of the world. You have an identity. And then here, it gives you status of things. It gives you stuff. Something comes along with it. We absolutely, like I said, absolutely get nothing out of even, like I said, if you choose to, you choose to. That's your thing. I'm not the lead on nothing. I don't want to lead nobody. You want to be African Boombada, I don't care. That's your business. But nothing actually is going to come from saying that. Nobody's going to love you more because you said that. No one's going to treat you any better because you said that. Nothing tangible is going to come out of you saying that. So you can say whatever you want. At least if you're under the banner of something that a collective group of people all want to see themselves as this, something can come from this. It always does. That's why everybody leans on their lineage. Everybody leans on their group. But for him, for some reason, you know, it's not good enough for you guys. I feel like it's projection, but I digress. But anyways, people, I am back. Hopefully. No more days off. We'll get this thing popping. Tomorrow's episode, I am going to cover that Carmelo Anthony thing. After the new findings that we found about what's going to happen, that we've heard about from the Metcalf boy and everything from that thing, I want to I'll get into it tomorrow. I want to cover that situation again because, again, I was a Negro Nostradamus on that situation as well. Now, unfortunately. And so I appreciate you guys showing back up again. I miss you to death. Like I said, again, you know, I got to throw myself back out into the algorithm. Again, guys, the new chef, like, again, if you're new here, you don't know this, but I have a platform that's called 300 Radio. Right now, you can see it, watch it on YouTube. Right now, YouTube, that name is going to be changing within the next few days. We are getting inches closer and closer to the app being open. I promise you, everything's going to go live all at one time. So I want to make sure everything is ready to roll. That way you guys can download it. We'll be able to ride together day to day. Y'all be able to get content 24/7 from not from me. It's going to be from the whole platform. But you're going to get content all day long. And I appreciate you guys for rocking with me the times that you have. All right. Okay. Yes, today I am behind schedule, so no music today. I'm so sorry. I put the music back on tomorrow for the family. I just got back home, so I'm a little tired. And I got another podcast to shoot. I got to go prep for that and everything else, unfortunately. If you're on YouTube, you can catch it again. If you want to see it, it's going to be on YouTube 300 Radio. If you go there now, do 300 Radio on the number 1. Follow the channel. You'll be able to see all the stuff. And again, you'll already be there when the channel name changes. The channel name is coming. And like I said, when you see my big, beautiful face, just know it's the same place, just a different name. Okay? Again, I appreciate you guys. Hit the follow button if you haven't hit the follow button. Hit the share button if you hadn't did it. I promise y'all be on tomorrow around 2-ish. And let the good Lord take me away from here. All right, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one. All right? I'm out. Peace.